Do you still think she's the strongest person to run for president in 2028?
Well, I'm glad she's out there, and I'm glad a whole lot of other people are out there, because I think Donald Trump sucks up so much oxygen. We need to have the Democratic Party out on the field, the broad, inclusive Democratic Party, talking about making life more affordable, talking about protecting freedoms. And I think Kamala Harris does a wonderful job with that. If she chooses to run, that betters all of us.
And the thing is, Kamala Harris has not added anything new to the Democrat Party. She doesn't have a position or a place. If she did, she would be calling for sealing the border. She would be begging Americans not to burn down cities and to support law enforcement. She can't say that. In fact, no Democrat can. So they're going to push people like Kamala Harris because they're terrified of AOC and what her party could potentially bring. They're going to destruct the entire Democrat Party.
US President Donald Trump has stood by a slur that he made about former Democrat vice presidential candidate Tim Walz. Mr. Trump first used the slur against him in a social media post on Thursday. Speaking on Air Force One, the president said the Minnesota governor's policy on refugees from Somalia was the reason for the criticism.
Do you stand by that claim of calling Tim Walz retarded?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with him. Absolutely, sure.
You don't think that?
You have a problem with it? You know what? I think there's something wrong with him. Anybody that would do what he did, anybody that would allow those people into his state and pay billions of dollars out to Somalia. We give billions of dollars to Somalia. It's not even a country because it doesn't function like a country. It's got a name, but it doesn't function like a country. Yeah, there's something wrong with Walz.
US President Donald Trump has doubled down on his anti-immigration crackdown. This comes after an Afghan national was arrested for the shooting of 2 National Guards in Washington, D.C. last week. Dana Marie McNichol reports.
Officials are conducting search warrants and speaking to anyone that might have known the suspect as the investigation shifts into his past, like looking at his life in Afghanistan before he moved to the U.S. in 2021. Officials say 29-year-old Ramanullah Lakanwal was vetted by the intelligence community for his work with the CIA in Afghanistan before being granted humanitarian parole through Operation Allies Welcome. This is a program under the Biden administration that allowed him to settle in Washington state with his wife and 5 kids. He would have also been screened by the Trump administration before receiving asylum earlier this year. Now, what may have motivated him to drive across the country and carry out a deadly ambush remains unanswered. Lakanwal is now facing first-degree murder for the death of 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom, as 24-year-old Andrew Wolf remains in critical condition. Today, a DHS spokesperson confirmed another Afghan national who was paroled into the U.S. under Biden's Operation Allies Welcome. He was arrested for posting a video of himself on TikTok indicating he was building a bomb intended for the Fort Worth area in Texas.
There was no vetting or anything. They came in unvetted. And we have a lot of others in this country. We're going to get them out. But they go cuckoo. Something happens to them.
In response to the shooting this week, the president has directed the State Department to pause giving out visas to people traveling with Afghan passports, as well as hold all asylum decisions until every person is screened. And the president has also directed an additional 500 National Guard members to be deployed in Washington, D.C., as law enforcement in the area just announced that they will be working in close coordination with the troops.